So if memory serves, the storm ended around noon and it was calm. People would go outside. I mean, as far as we were concerned, there was damage everywhere, but that was it. It was over. I mean, because we had heard a levee had breached during the storm, but we're like, okay, I guess, all right, there's damage, but it's not the end of the world. Everything's still standing. Okay. We actually, since we had nothing else to do, and we really wanted to be on the radio side, because when the power went out and the generators kicked in to preserve the gas for the generators, they only had the generators working for the radio side of our building. Office building. So the office side, where we had all the camp set, had no lights and no air. No. So we were like, anything to get into the radio station. So we were answering phones at the time for WWL, and I think we both remember getting calls from people that evening. Yeah. We think everything is done. Aaron Broussard, I believe, has already come on and said, in a week, everybody can come back. Yeah. And people are saying, hey, it flooded down here and the water's rising. What happened? And we're like, probably a truck just went by or something.
Yeah, we didn't know. I remember I was answering the phone because I had an overnight shift. And it was the middle of the night, and I was answering the phone, and somebody called me and was like, I think I have to get on my roof. And I was like, why?
And I remember that next morning, that was August 30th, the morning, walking out, looking out of the windows of the Dominion Tower by the Superdome, and just seeing water.
Just coming in waves.
Well, coming down the street, and there was no water on the street at this point, downtown by the Superdome, and just seeing the first bits of water coming down the street. And I was like, oh my gosh, those people weren't kidding. Yeah. The water was rising, and now it's here.
And our station vehicles were parked outside of the Superdome, like downstairs on the street. And it was like you would stare out the window. We saw the water, and the water just rolled in. We saw the water just rolling in. And so when you walked away from the window, when you'd come back, you'd see like a little bit of the tire was underwater. You walk away, come back, more of the tire was underwater. And
yeah, we figured we had more time. It took this long for the water to get downtown from the night before. We figured I had a little bit more time. About an hour later, some emergency personnel informed everybody in the building that the building wasn't going to be safe and we'd have to leave. Yeah. And we still thought we had time, but then an hour later, we go look out again, and it's 2 feet of water. Yeah. And we have to leave. We encountered a military vehicle coming the wrong way. I guess they assumed nobody was going to be coming down the road.